Hello and welcome to IEEE Women in Engineering Podcast Program, the space where we share the empowering stories and smart strategies to help you thrive in the most challenging professions. I'm your host, Dr. Abinaya Inbamani. I will be with you throughout the episode exploring this important conversation together. Today's episode hits close to me: balancing work and life in STEM career. Let's be honest, STEM can be thrilling, but also exhausting. Over the years, whenever I was mentoring the students through the laboratories, publishing the research, or defending my PhD, I have had to learn that success isn't about pushing forward, it's about protecting your well being while you do it. And that's why I'm especially excited about today's guest. Joining me is Anbumathi, a powerhouse in biotech, an innovation venture catalyst, the founder of Resource Life Science. She is someone who truly lives the balance between innovation and intentional living. Welcome to the show, Anbumathi.
Thank you, Abinaya.
Let's start big. STEM is known for fast paced innovation and long hours. In your view, what makes achieving work life balance especially challenging in STEM fields?
Being a medical devices manufacturer or innovation framework researcher, and I'm also a design thinking trainer and mother of twins, and they are 12 years. The pressure of building a prototype, building a product, publishing my thesis, and spending time with my kids, which I can never pass any of these. And also the nature of our STEM field is like it's around the rapid innovation. It's all about like a problem solving under the pressure, where I'm doing this for like 17 years. So I have to balance my work life. So I started up with setting up boundaries, like setting deadlines, block out personal time, and same way I schedule time for meeting, I schedule time for being with my kids, and also for my preparation to do my trainings. But it didn't last for a long time, so I started integrating, rather balancing. Some days I started leaning towards work, some days I started leaning more into home and family. But the key is not feeling guilt. So being clear with whatever we do, it's more important, and we need to have that in our mind, like we are pushing our limits and we are going to say yes to the opportunities, and we must be aware that it going to cost our well-being, so we must be planned for it.
That's such a grounded perspective, Anbu. It's clear that your experience has not only shaped your outlook but offers a lot for others in the field to reflect on. Thank you for starting us with such clarity. In my experience, I have seen how the women juggle the expectations both at home and in the lab. One thing I always tell my mentee is that resilience doesn't mean doing it all. It means knowing what truly matters. So, have you observed any kind of similar patterns or breakthroughs in your work?
Absolutely. For a women, balancing act often carries an extra layer of emotional and cultural weightage too. Personally, I live in a joint family where the expectations are high and also responsibilities run deep. And I travel frequently for my work, and that is where these emotional challenges come in. So, most of the times, I always see my family members fall sick when I have a travel plan. Like, I was traveling to down south Tamil Nadu like 4 years back. My father has fallen sick and he has to be hospitalized. Another day, my daughter is she had a fever for like 4 days, and I was leaving to Singapore. And my daughter, her important milestone, she attained puberty, and the very same day I have to leave for my work to Hyderabad. So these moments are not that easy, and in family, especially in traditional setting, the health and the well-being of a family is often seen to be women's domain, women's responsibility. There is no pass button for these responsibilities. So no matter how demanding our professional life, we have to be there for them. And we can't most of the time we can't manage the time, but we need to manage the emotions, we need to manage the guilt, and also we need to manage the societal expectations.
Absolutely inspiring, Anbumathi. Your commitment to advocating for women in STEM shines through so genuinely. So, as you said, setting boundaries is easier than done, especially in the demanding environments. So, drawing such firm boundaries and being intentional with time is really difficult. So, what, according to you, are some practical ways the STEM professionals can advocate for their time and space without compromising their professional reputation?
Absolutely. When you ask someone how to balance the personal life and professional life, they say setting up boundaries. Setting up boundaries sounds simple, but in reality, it is one of the hardest thing to practice, especially in the high pressure environment in like us working in STEM. The fear is always there. See, when we say no, uh, it is like, will I be seen I'm less committed to the work, will I lose this opportunity? But the truth is, like, it is not about setting up the boundaries. When we are like scared of saying no to few things, then it is like it is going to cost us a bigger thing, which is going to be our health, the relationship, and also a long term performance. So in practical way, what I usually do is like, when I was not able to set up my boundaries in certain things, I communicate with clarity and confidence. Instead of saying I'm unavailable, I try giving a boring, detailed explanation about the work I have completed, at the same time, the work I'm delaying and delegating.
That's incredibly actionable advice. You have articulated the challenge and solution with a good clarity to the audience.
So, this is how I have managed these many years.
Yes, that's shedding light on the essential balance. You have navigated this path with insight. Now let's talk about the solutions for it. So when I speak at any conference or act as a mentor for any technical sessions, I learned that preparation is not just for the stage, it's for the sanity. So I always start my day with what I call a 10-minute tech detox before diving into any high focus task. So, what are your top go to strategies or daily rituals that help keep your professional and personal lives in harmony?
Over these years, I have learned the work life harmony isn't about achieving a perfect 50-50 percentage in our lifestyle. It is about like being present where you are. That is more important, and being intentional with our energy. So my go-to strategies to like help me stay grounded and aligned both professionally and personally are like, I start my day with the clarity. I know my productive hours. So I protect my energy zone for high focused work for the day. And also, one personal ritual I have is like my morning coffee with the family and my evening with the kids. And these moments are non negotiable, and also which helps us to bring back myself. And also, I make sure I sit and talk about my day to my kids and also to my family members, and make them understand like what am I going through, how am I enjoyed the day, also how am I like face the challenges for the day.
I love how you frame your routines not just as habits, but it keeps us, grounded as anchors. That's beautiful. Now, let's talk about another factor which most of us face: guilt. Whether it is leaving work early or missing a family milestone, many professionals carry it, as you told already. So, I want you to tell us how you personally deal with guilt and what advice do you offer to others who really face it every day.
Guilt is definitely a excuse me, guilt is definitely a silent stressor. I have felt it deeply. like many of them in the STEM industry would have gone through, where like stepping away from a meeting to attend my kids' school meeting, or like being there with my kids in their meeting or in their event where I have to miss a professional commitment. So these are like high intense conflicts. So it often feels like no matter where you are letting someone down for sure. That is the heavy emotional burden that make us feel guilt. Over a time, I learned that guilt often comes from an unrealistic expectation of being everything to everyone all the time. So I started questioning myself in a way, like instead of asking what did I miss, I started asking myself what did I give. And also I started involving my family. I take suggestions from my husband in work. I made my son to ask me every day after I come back home, how was my work, how was my day. And I gossip and I talk all emotional things to my mother-in-law. I take her emotional support, which helps me to reduce my emotional distance. That is a ground reason for the guilt. And also I always tell myself that I'm not just working for my family, I want to be a role model for my kids. So this is how like I try to remove this guilt. I slowly practiced saying myself like I'm doing better than what I can.
That's a beautiful response, Anbu. Being a role model for the kids is what all mothers expect, no? At the end of the day, that's what we strive through. Your response is truly comforting and empowering. And
True.
talking with mother-in-law about your emotions, really, that will help us a lot in moving the days forward. That's really interesting. Now, let's talk about the mental health. Burnout is really a big issue in STEM, which happens many times in my lives as well. So, what signs do you personally watch for, and how do you course correct when things are heading towards overload?
Oh my God. When I burn out, I become less patient. And I easily know that because I become less patient with myself and also with people around me. And when I work from home, especially with my kids and husband, like I'll be a bad figure before them, and that's a red flag. And whenever I burn out, I learn to step away from my desk, and that is the first thing I do. And also, I let go not urgent things and not unessential things. So slowly, I got to understand it's okay to procrastinate few things, and rather doing it wrongly or taking up the much pressure and putting effort and stressing ourselves. So this is what I've been doing these many days, and I take that quick break. I go out, I talk something else, I make a call to someone. The first thing I do is like I step out from my desk. So this is how I've been managing my burnouts these many years.
That perspective is really a gift because we always think procrastination is wrong, but at times procrastination can help us feel better and bring the high priority jobs in place. You have offered not just an awareness, but the perspective of how to deal with procrastination. I love bringing things down to
Thank
earth.
you.
So, can you share a moment when the work and life collided in an unforgettable way? What did you learn from it?
Ah, yeah. I'm basically an electronics and communication engineer, and I passed out in 2007. So, post engineering, I decided to do my MBA very late at my 36 years. So, I did my MBA in innovation, entrepreneurship, and venture development, and I wanted to do a full time program because I wanted to pursue my PhD post that. So, it is after kids, twins. So they were at like 8 years by that time. So I remember that moment. I can never forget in my life. It's during my MBA exams. My 8 years son, he has fallen sick with typhoid, and I had to be there for exams, and I was in a confusion whether to skip the exams or to go for the exam. But somehow I decided to go for the exams. But my mind, my heart were with him. It was like very heavy when I was writing the exams. and it is one of the hardest thing I would remember, because it's like 5 papers, all these 5 papers I was writing when he was sick at home. And despite everything, I managed to score some CGPA of 9.85. But what I learned from him is from this is like, I'm stronger than I thought. And also, I'm doing my best in the roles where I don't always have things aligned neatly. I'm a human. I can't be physically present everywhere, and also I can't be best every time. See, in this exam, in my MBA, I have scored 9.85 CGPA, where I'm a best student. But at the same day, when my kid was sick, I couldn't give my best as a mom. So it's okay to compromise, where our intuition always says, go do this. And the same day, my intuition could also told me, like, don't go for the exam. Something said has told me, like, go write your exams, your son will be okay. So this is how, like, I've been tried learning so many things by taking up that 50-50 confusion, taking up that 51 percentage, and going ahead.
What a vivid example. You are really a strong woman, Anbu. It's stories like these that stay with people. Thank you for your openness. Fine. Now, let's talk about the professional setbacks, especially failure or rejection, while keeping your personal confidence intact. So, how do you process it?
Setbacks, failure, rejections are part of like everyone's journey. And when we are balancing our personal life and professional life, that is like something comes along with us. And till my 18 years, I don't even frame a single sentence in English. I am from down south of Tamil Nadu, from Madurai. So I started speaking in English only from my 18 years. So whatever I'm speaking now, it's all I learned after 18 years. So I started to fail yearly in my life. So I know what happens when someone rejects us, what happens when there is a rejection. So even after 17 years of experience running two companies, even today I'm facing this moment where my tech transfer proposals get rejected. The ideas didn't take off, getting negative feedbacks during my trainings. So of course it stings, no matter how experienced you are. So I used to take it to the heart, and I do question my worth. I replay the scenarios in my mind. Then I tell myself, this is going to hurt me for 2 days. That's it. Then I'll be back to normal. So that is how I started to take up my disappointments. I started acknowledging the failures, and I started to understand that emotion which is going to trouble me for 2 days, and after 2 days I have something else to do. So somehow this started working for me. And this is how, whenever I see a failure, whenever I see a rejection, I feel for it, I'll feel bad for it, and I definitely but work on it, I redefine it. And slowly I started celebrating the efforts more than the outcome. And also I started talking more about the journey to the people who are ready to listen to it. So that is where I started getting that conviction that I'm doing best. If outcome is failed, it's okay. The journey what I have taken for this outcome makes some sense. So this is how, like, I started overcoming my failures and rejections.
Absolutely inspiring. A woman from Madurai has been so much inspiration for many of them. I'm happy to see how we are dealing with efforts rather than no, more with outcome. Now, let's imagine a young woman is just stepping into her STEM career. She is eager, she is ambitious, at times overwhelmed. So, what do you want her to know about building a sustainable, meaningful work life rhythm?
Great question. I would ask her to remember three things. I would ask her, don't compromise, don't sacrifice your personal life for your professional success, and don't silence or professional ambitions for your personal expectations. You won't be always be able to be there everywhere for everyone, and also you will not be able to do everything perfectly. That's okay. It's okay people misunderstand you. It's okay if you're not sincere. It's okay, like, if you're falling short on your responsibilities. That doesn't define you. You are showing up the best way you can, and that is more enough. And second thing is, like, keep upskilling. The industry is evolving, not just every year, I would say it's evolving every month. So stay updated. The more you grow, the more confident you are. You are irreplaceable. And also the knowledge reduces the competition, because when you keep learning you stand out. And the third thing I would want to tell them is, my success is only because I involve my family. So involve your family in both your personal and professional lives. Talk to them, share your highs and lows, let them be the part of your journey. Of course, for most of them, they are the silent supporters, but make them talk about your professional life also. So these are like three things I want to tell her.
That's exactly the kind of wisdom that's beautifully portrayed. The three skills, what you told, like don't compromise, don't be silent in places where we are supposed to talk, upskilling, staying updated is essential, and involving the family members in journey is truly inspiring because we know family are our silent supporters, but they should know what we are really going through in our career so that we are able to balance both. That's beautifully said. How has your idea of work life balance evolved across the different phases of your career? What role have mentors or your support system played in helping you manage the balance? Just like you told about your mother in law, which was really sweet.
So, in my early phase of my career, I thought balancing meant giving 100 percentage in everything all time. So I tried to be perfect professional, a perfect family member, and a person who does everything perfectly. Often at the cost of my health, my peace of mind. So I believed I had to prove myself constantly, and also I thought my family will celebrate my success. But in time, like, over the 17 years of experience, 15 years of marriage life, the time, the experience, some very real life challenges, I realized that balance is not about equal time. It is about intentional presence. It is not about being everywhere at once. It is about being fully where you are in that moment. So I talk a lot about it to my support system, to my mentors. And also when it comes to my support system and mentors, it is not just one person around me. I have different mentors, different support systems for different aspects of my life. I don't rely on just one individual. When I'm dealing with some financial stress, I have someone I trust for that. When it is a family pressure, I turn to someone else. And if it is something to do with the work or with the team dynamics, I reach out to a person who best suit to it. So sometimes it is my boss, sometimes it's my business partner, my faculty members, my colleagues, or my husband, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my parents, or even my kids many a times. So I don't jump to dump everything to one person. I spread it out. And because of that, I always have someone to talk about my stress. And also, the same time, when I start to learn something new, when I start a new project or a new course, no new course, I naturally find new mentors, new group of people who support and guide me. Because I believe, like, you don't find mentors, you need to find people where you build a trust relationship, and also there is a shared learning. So that is where these many years, like, my net worth, my contacts are always there for me whenever I need a support. Sometimes we need people to say us, like, you are doing okay. And also sometimes we need people who just need to tell us, don't worry, this is all just pass away. So this is how my life has been in personal and professional.
The evolution of your perspective is so relatable with me at many times, and your tribute to the mentors is really a powerful reminder. No, that tells us we rise together. You're doing okay. Everything will pass. That's beautifully said. Remote work, digital tools, AI, the STEM landscape is evolving fast. So, what do you see changing about the work life balance over the next decade? And what excites or concerns you the most?
So, with my 17 years of experience, so I have seen business evolve from traditional sales to digital marketing, and today it is D2C. And it's only going to keep changing. That it's no going back to the traditional now. So there will be a biggest shift ahead because with the AI, it just like internet once it's disrupted everything. Same like AI is now going to be a normal thing. It is an essential thing, and also it is not an optional one. So definitely AI is not going to take all our jobs. It will definitely need a human intervention. It will redefine how we have to work, and the key is to develop a strategic mind, learn how to work with machines, not just with people. So what excites me is like the flexibility a technology can bring, and what concerns me is like without clear boundaries, if we don't have this clearly separated work time, personal time. So especially in this world of remote work and digital tools and constant connectivity, we may end up overworking ourselves. We may lead to burnout. So we need to embrace the change, but at the same time we need to be aware like what is happening around us. So protect your human edge of emotional intelligence to ethical decision making. They are irreplaceable.
True. So, as you told, AI has become very much essential, and it's nice that we should start to learn to work with machines along with people as well. So, work time and personal time has to become mandatory in the next decade. Fine. So, this has been an enlightening conversation. As we wrap up, what's one last nugget of wisdom you would like to leave with our listeners, especially those feeling stretched thin right now?
So, finally, I would like to tell this: you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to show up everywhere for everyone and every time. It's okay to pass, it's okay to procrastinate, it's okay to ask for help, and it's absolutely okay to put yourself first sometimes. You are doing better than you think. So this is what I want to tell everyone who are listening to me today.
Thank you so much, Anbu, for bringing your honesty, insights, and practical wisdom to the table today. You have reminded us that thriving in STEM doesn't have to come at the cost of ourselves. And to our listeners, remember your career isn't a race, it's a rhythm. Find yours. If you found today's episode inspiring, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might really need an encouragement. Until next time, this is Abinaya Inbamani. Keep building, keep balancing, and keep breaking the barriers. Thank you.